Here comes Kendra Sunderland.
Who's this librarian?
That was a pickup line from the 60s.
And
Hi, Kendra. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome, Kendra.
Where's Lainey?
Hi. She's coming up.
Oh,
soon.
she's here?
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't had you in a while. Yeah, that was, you got, are you still doing adult films?
Yeah, I just stopped shooting professionally, but I do my own stuff.
Why'd you stop shooting professionally?
Because, I mean, it's just more money to do your own stuff than it is to, shoot.
So Kendra made a name for herself, of course, masturbating in her college library.
oh, this is the broad.
That's right. She masturbated on a webcam in her college library, and everything was cool, except then you posted it on Pornhub, right?
Somebody else did.
Or somebody posted it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then the college found out, and then you got, like, you didn't get arrested, but you got, the cops came, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got charged
Bet
with
they
public
did, watching it. What'd you get charged with? Public,
indecency.
Oh, okay. So they kicked you out of school? I don't remember.
I mean, technically I wasn't, enrolled, but I'm not allowed on campus grounds.
What
Because you
school
keep
was
showing
it?
your vagina in the library?
Yeah.
They'll do it.
What school was it?
Oregon State University, the Beavers,
Oh, so
ironically.
yeah. You had to show, yeah, I get it.
Do you miss it? Going to school?
No, I don't miss school.
You make more money now.
Yeah, I don't miss being broke at all.
What did you want to do when you went?
I wanted to be like a troubled teens counselor.
While you're a troubled teen? That's always who becomes troubled teen counselors are people who are fucked up teens.
I mean, I wasn't super fucked up, but,
Enough that you want to help people.
I did, and then I was like, I don't want to listen to people's problems all day long.
You said at one point, and it was like maybe a year or two ago, that you were leaving to go back to school for animal science, right?
Yeah.
Did you end up doing that?
No, I kind of decided to wait till I'm old and I have nothing else to do.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, there is a window on this adult entertainment portion of your life, right?
Yeah.
So wait until that window closes, then
Yeah.
you can get into your animal sciences.
For sure.
That's
yeah.
what I was trying to tell you, Joe.
Let me see.
Well, yeah, I mean, I still look good. I'm in the prime of my life, but I haven't decided to start making films yet.
You ever use this is I forgot you were promoting this. Lainey just handed it to us. So do you want to
My
describe it?
Fleshlight.
The Fleshlight.
It's a toy for men molded from my lady parts.
Wow.
I've used I bought a Fleshlight because I'm so fucked up sexually. I'm like I just wanted to, and I got one. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
used it like a thermos.
Oh, I was done. First, you got to make your beverage.
Does it have a light too?
No, Joe. It's
Okay, because
It doesn't.
that's
It's-
nice when they could put flashlights and other things.
No, it's
That's always helpful.
It's in the shape of a flashlight, but it's a portable vagina that you can put your penis in.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
So
Does one size fit all?
Yeah.
So you
Stretches.
you do this. Now, do you own this, or do they do it and they go, all right, we'll give you just money to do it? Or do you get like a percentage of how many of these are sold?
I get a percentage, so everybody go
That's cool.
buy your Fleshlight.
You get royalties on your vagina.
Yes, I do.
That's
Who would've
incredible.
thought-
How do they mold one of these things
It's
into
like
your
a
vagina?
dentist.
Like anything, any other kind of mold that you take. I don't know. You just spread your legs and they put the goopy stuff on you, and then the stuff plaster for when you break your arm or something, and then they just peel
Called
it
a
off.
cast.
How long does it take?
It just sits for 20 minutes or so. It's really interesting. It feels warm sometimes and cold, and then when they peel it off, it feels really good.
Does it go inside though?
No. The inside of my vagina, I hope, doesn't look like all those bumps and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, I guess it's textured on the inside
texture,
for
yeah.
feel.
Have you ever
Yeah.
used a Fleshlight,
No.
Joe?
Well, here you go.
No, I have not.
You haven't?
Why are you surprised?
I
You
just
have to
figured.
use it right now in front of me.
Am I the only one here who's used a Fleshlight?
No.
Oh, Troy, you did?
Of course.
Do you like them?
Of course.
I mean, it's better than nothing,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
But
Right, that's actually the
Better
tagline.
than
The Kendra Sunderland Fleshlight. It's better than nothing.
See, I mean, I don't know what these cost, but
True.
a butter roll's only like $2.
What is a buttered roll?
Well, with that body, we know you're not eating it.
You've never used a Fleshlight, Rich Voss?
Never, no,
They do feel
no.
pretty good.
Because for me to jerk off, it takes so much to get hard.
Right.
And I'm not going to waste a blue pill on an inanimate object. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'll do it with my wife, but,
So you don't jerk off at all?
Oh yeah, but it takes. You know what I mean? I've come.
I don't know what
I've
you mean.
come and I've been soft, and I'm so disappointed with myself that I'm not even hard. And
There's nothing worse than jerking off soft and coming. It's like your dick, like you're bullying your dick.
Your dick's like, all right, let me get this over with. It's so you're apologizing to yourself.
It's like you're shaking an invalid who has a mouthful of water.
Is this sexy, Kendra?
No, I just think it's funny. I didn't know that you could come with a soft dick.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
come
You
in the
can, Jim?
bathroom, I'll
I've
show
heard
you.
that a lot. That's a direct quote I've heard. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. When it's
Interesting.
sometimes if
Is
I'm
this just theory or fact?
It's
There's
fact.
a
I just
fact,
told
yeah.
you.
Both we have half the room saying no. Empirically, it is possible.
I've jerked off a lot when I wasn't horny. My therapist told me I have eroticized rage, which is when you're angry and you try to make it like it's a sexual moment just to kind of get beyond that feeling.
Right.
I make it sexual.
I've run out of things to think about jerking off. I mean, there's.
Well, that's why the fleshlight comes in handy.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, sometimes I just try to challenge myself and just like look at a wall while I do it. You ever do that?
no.
No, I
Just
haven't.
to see if the imagination is
do
still
that.
there.
I
Just
put
see
my,
if I could
I
do
put
it
my
like
dick through a
analog.
hole in one.
A guy I know.
Or put your mouth on
he-
one.
you know, when he was on heroin, he used to get those government blocks of cheese and cut a hole in them, put them in the microwave, get it a little warm, and fuck it, right? Well, he put one in the microwave with a hole in it, then forgot about it. The next day, took it to the pawn shop to sell it, and the guy opened it up, and it was a block of cheese with a hole in it.
Oh, that's my fucking cheese.
My friend Joe.
What a waste of taxpayer.
So
how
who would
long-
have thought just spanking one out in the library got you all of this?
An empire.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you remember when you spanked me, actually? Speaking of spanking.
Did I spank you? I vaguely
Yeah,
remember it.
was- really?
I've done it a lot. I haven't done it in a while.
I
But
just showed my sister and her husband because they were like looking on Netflix for specials, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I've been interviewed by that guy before." I was like, "Oh yeah, he spanked me," and like pulled up the video. You were saying some weird shit.
Do you
was
have
I?
a
Yeah, I
boyfriend?
got spanked in the beginning of that video on Netflix too. It's ironic. I've done a few things with my
You're
ass.
saying weird shit though. Is that when?
Was that Chip?
Maybe Chip was doing the spanking.
Oh,
Yeah, you're like, you were very bad. You're very, very bad.
I don't remember it. I wonder if that was me or Chip. I'm a pretty good dirty
I think
talker.
it was Chip.
Do you have a
Yeah.
boyfriend? Do you have a
No,
boyfriend?
Not anymore.
Are guys
What happened?
intimidated to
Huh?
be with a girl that's, you know,
Well, hang on. She
Taking
said
sh-
not anymore. Did you just
But
go
I'm
through a
saying that-
breakup?
Yeah, a few months ago.
Oh, what happened?
I just decided I'd be better off on my own.
Was he in the
Live
business?
that whole life.
Did you tell him that? I really want to live that whole life, and I don't think we
No.
can do it.
No,
know,
I told him that him hitting up my friends was the last straw. So
Oh wow.
Okay, that does.
he was hitting on your friends?
yeah.
But wait, was he in the business? Did he have sex with other people or no?
I mean, we both did, but he's a photographer for the business now, and he's like behind the camera.
So would you get jealous if he slept with other people?
I mean, I would because he was allowed to like go to parties and do whatever and like hook up with girls, and my side of it was work. It's like me hooking up with other people is work, which is completely different, and it's like it's still sex, but it's like it's a completely different thing.
It's like your
It
UFC argument, Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but it's also
Very analogous.
The problem is that a lot of times girls in the business say that. Even though you're right, it is work, it's different, but it's still fucking. It's like it still feels good on some level. I mean, nobody doesn't want to fuck Manuel Ferrara. That's not exactly a bad day at work for most girls.
Yeah.
So if you're dating someone in the business, you gotta be able to fuck.
I mean,
You
I'm
have
not.
to.
I don't think anybody in the room. I mean, who's Manuel Ferrara?
He's a big porn star. I'm just saying he's one that women. He's one that women love.
yeah,
I
Like
see.
there's no woman
One of my
that's
favorites.
fucking him and going, oh no, I gotta fuck this guy.
What's so great about Manuel Ferrara?
He has a nice dick and he dirty talks like a lot, and he's
What
French.
kind of dirty
so,
talk?
Just like he'll just go nonstop in your ear and like just say anything.
Does he maintain his erections?
Yes.
Is that,
There, because
That's it'll do
do you
it.
feel like a race traitor when you sleep with black guys?
No.
Okay.
hell are you asking?
I'm just
Like,
asking.
I give him lots of love.
That's. I don't know where that came from.
I'm
know.
just wondering because
That's a question he's asked in the mirror.
So you do your own films now?
Yeah.
When did you start that?
Just a few months ago. I just try and do it in between traveling. I'm near the end of traveling for like months and months. So
What are you traveling for?
just work. I've been traveling nonstop for the past like 2-3 months. The only time I didn't get to travel is when I spent a night in jail. So
Why? What did you go to jail for?
for weed, I was trying to fly out of LAX and I had a bunch of weed on me and I didn't.
How much is a bunch of weed?
Well, like the thing is, like I knew I had edibles and vape pens and joints. I didn't know I had like, I didn't know I had like containers of weed. So I had like big containers of weed, smaller containers, like 9 small joints dipped in oil and keef, 3 bigger ones, 9 regular joints.
How
Rice
high do
Krispie
you need to
treats,
be?
Cookies.
Yes. Do you just get high maybe like every
vape
now and then?
pens. I was gonna be gone for 10 days, so you know
Right.
it was very clear I'm just a very heavy stoner. But they were trying to get me with transporting and intent to sell.
Oh, where
You
were you
weren't going to
going?
sell any of it.
No. I was going here. I was supposed to come here and do this. That's why I had to reschedule all this
Oh,
stuff.
so you couldn't just buy it here?
Well, it's not really the same. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the West Coast, but it's a lot more simple where you can just walk into a store and get whatever you want.
I guess, yeah.
Right.
Like here, you got to go through a dealer like it's 5 years
So
ago.
they arrested you and they put the night,
Well,
night
when
in
they
jail?
when
yeah,
they
I
stop
spent
you,
12 hours in South Central. It's pretty hard.
how did the
Central.
people you were with take to you?
They were cool. There was one Mexican lady in there that told me I was mad sexy, and I was like,
okay.
like,
Yeah,
wow, if you think I'm sexy in here, you should see me out there. Like this is nothing.
Yeah, that's what they say
They
in
were
jail.
really cool. I made friends in the cell.
That's great.
Yeah.
When they stop your bag, like when the bag's going through and they stop it and they're like, wait, let's look through this one. Is that the moment where you go like, oh,
I was like,
shit.
you know what? Maybe he won't notice all of it. And then he found one thing, and then it was like one thing after the other after the other. He was looking at it. Yep, that's weed. Yep. They took like my CBD, THC, like pain rub. Like they literally wiped me clean, and my police report was 2 pages long. Like I did.
So what
Wow.
happened? You
I'm
go
gonna
to
put
jail
this
for the
in,
night.
I'm going to put this in Joe's carry-on for his
Did you
next
go to-
flight.
Did you already go to court for it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a felon, which
Congrats.
it's good, but it was
Yeah.
kind of cool when I was a non-convicted felon.
What'd
I
you
felt like
pay,
I had
uh,
street cred?
What
Yeah.
did you pay a fine?
Not yet. I think she's gonna try and like keep it open for a year, and as long as I don't get in any more trouble, then it's good.
Okay, so you
I
didn't
don't
bring
know.
any this time.
The lawyer talk. No, but I got some here.
Okay. You don't need to. Probably announcing that isn't
But
the
no,
greatest.
no one cares about weed. But you don't want to fly with it. You shouldn't bring it on planes, or it's just too. It's too much. Just get it when you go.
Especially when you
arrive.
need an entire carry-on dedicated to it.
Grandpa. Shut up.
Well, you can't. You get arrested.
Yeah, I mean, I've flown with like joints.
Jim's
and stuff
trying to give her
before. It's
lessons,
No problem.
Rich. He's
Well,
trying
no,
to
just
give
like
life
common
lessons.
sense. Just don't bring it on a fucking plane. I don't care if somebody gets high.
What
but
if
don't-
it's medical? You could bring medical.
Not a credit.
Shut
No,
up,
it's
Doc.
'cause-
No, you can't.
It's not
Medi-
medical in New York. It's like because I was flying to a state where it's not legal, and
Oh.
also it's not legal on a federal level. So, and airports, I think, are
You're very
federal.
laid
See that,
back. Are
Rich?
you high now?
Huh?
Are you high now?
No, it's just early in the morning.
Oh. Do you do anything else like coke and
No,
Freebase.
I'm kind of like strictly
Freebase.
weed. What is that?
what's freebase?
Yeah.
The best high ever.
What
It's
is
unbelievable.
You
Yeah.
miss it?
Do I miss it?
Yeah.
No, I don't miss it.
I would
Having
love you to
withdrawals.
start freebasing again.
You're a terrible friend. Jim.
Yeah, I want Voss to
So
relapse on
look
freebase.
Gaunch is you.
Trying to sell his hat.
Well, explain.
It'd be more interesting than you talking about your steps.
How many pizzas could a person eat in a month?
But-
I can eat a lot of pizza.
You look
Freebase is
good.
when you like
yeah.
smoke cocaine.
Yeah, explain to Kendra.
Oh, what?
Explain freebasing to Kendra.
No,
Like, how do you make it and all that?
There's many different ways.
Okay.
Baking soda, ammonia, ether, but you don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah, it sounds.
No, it'll
lot.
ruin your life.
Let's go with a good old plant.
What are your parents?
ruin-
Do you still talk to your parents?
Yeah, my parents are really cool. I get this question a lot, but I'm lucky because my parents are like the best and they're super supportive. And I told my dad I was doing porn, and he said he loved me no matter what. And
Did you send them one of the fleshlights?
no,
Like, Mama, I made it? Like,
no. Well, I mean, I did tell her, like,
Yeah.
I told her, but I didn't send them one. But I just like
you should send them one and
send
say,
them-
look, Mom and Dad, you made this vagina, and now everybody gets a little
now it
version
lives
of
on
it.
forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Forever and ever.
Spectacular.
Are you happy with how it came out?
I'm a little. There's one thing on the box I'm not happy with, and it was my favorite sex act, and they said missionary, which makes me sound so boring that I'm
It
like,
does.
good old Mish is my favorite.
Is it your favorite?
No, I would have said blowjobs. Like giving blowjobs is my favorite.
Well, like, that's weird.
Why? You shocked
It's your favorite too.
Is that
Everybody
made in
loves
America?
blowjobs.
Can you wait? Can you have an orgasm giving a blowjob?
Yeah,
That's the
easily.
perfect girl.
Let me ask
Easily.
you, Kendra. Do you say things like giving blowjobs is my favorite sexual position because then more guys will buy the fleshlight because they'll
sounds
be
better.
like, oh, that's very exciting.
I mean, I wish they would have put that on the box, but
Wait, you can come while going down on the guy?
And so can
Yeah.
Norton.
I
I'm like
see.
super turned on.
I love that fucking coat. I love that fucking coat she's wearing.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a very nice. She's a
It's
very
so
nice
fucking
jacket. She does
cool.
have a really nice jacket with roses
I know, but you
on it.
interrupted like her talking about
blowjob
blowjobs
is
and
good.
coming.
I don't.
I like
I
that
talk
coat.
about her jacket. I'd rather talk about
No, that's great.
fashion.
She's talking about having her ass eaten, and you're like, "What color's your wallpaper?"
Don't fly with pot. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that was at least pertinent to what she was saying. She was arrested for pot, so I'm like,
I
"Don't
was
fly with
moving
pot."
on. We were
Yeah, right
moving on
after
to
that-
another
right
You're
one.
like,
after
nice
that-
coat. When she's talking about sucking dick.
I know. I like it. Though.
Nice. It is a nice coat. But there's another
Is
time
that
after the
embroidery
show.
or decal?
Oh my god.
Both.
Plus, by the way, right
It's
after
not broidery, by the way. It's embroidery.
embroidery.
Okay, you said that.
Right after Jim did the pot thing, you said, "Don't do freebase; it'll ruin your life."
I didn't do it with my hands.
Yeah,
Looks
you
like
did.
that
It was
to
the
me.
same tone, Nana.
It'll ruin everything.
That's a marvelous jacket. It is chilly in here. Don't do drugs. Shut the fuck up.
That's what's his name from Dog Day Afternoon.
You're not dying. You're killing everyone around with your terrible advice. He wants to go to Wyoming. They're all a bunch of crazy people. Yeah, I Fleshlight is pretty good, man. I've not used it a lot 'cause I don't like toys, but that's the only one I've used that I've enjoyed was a Fleshlight. Was just fucking that and
But what, you just go like this with it?
Boss is putting it to his mouth.
That's right.
No, you fuck it, or you jerk off with it like a sleeve.
Yeah, they have shower mounts or like mounts you can put on the wall, so you don't even have to hold it.
But it seems pretty heavy.
Oh, and you can put it on your iPad now. They have like an iPad
Oh, what a mess.
attachment, so you can watch like porn on your iPad and have it look like.
Wow.
You know.
They've thought of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? The thing is, you feel shame after you jack off. I can't imagine, like,
Yeah,
just having
I-
to, like, dismount a whole system.
I might or might not have just thought of
Clean it
the.
out.
I might or might not have just thought of the visual of Joe Mackey fucking the shower wall, just
Oh my god, that'd be great.
walking in and seeing Joe humping the shower wall because his fleshlight is connected to it.
could see
You ever
it.
did that, Joe?
Oh, hell no, I haven't.
You never fucked a shower wall?
No, I've never done that. I didn't even know that these were things until 20 minutes ago.
You thinking about it now?
You're welcome.
Well, I see that it's made in America and Spain.
Well, there's two different
See-
pieces to it.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
they have to ship it, and that's good.
You think about the
Yeah, people
economics?
jobs.
Oh, I see.
You
I
can
see.
mount it behind a glory hole, too.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Do you end up meeting guys that are bashful like Joe Mackey is?
Yeah, a lot of times they're like super cute.
You like that?
I think it's cute.
I'm not bashful though. I'm as comfortable as a quality control person at a waterbed factory.
When you are smooth.
Yeah, I'm pretty suave.
What would you do to like make somebody like Joe feel comfortable? Not like fit, but just like in terms of the vibe.
Yeah.
I'd probably just tell him that I'm just like a regular girl, so not to be nervous.
You hear that, Joe?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't bite
She doesn't bite.
Well, I mean,
unless
no.
you want me to.
Oh.
Comment, Joe?
Well, I don't like it when people bite me. If that's what you're asking.
No, that's not true. Joe is. I've offered her Joe say I can't come unless my tits are bitten.
That was a misattributed quote.
Do you have that jacket specially made for you?
H&M.
Is it
Really?
H&M?
Yeah.
In fairness, it's a good coat. I mean, you're not lying. Rich.
Okay,
I'm going
enough
to get
about
my,
the
I'm going
coat.
to get my kid one.
Do you want to try it on?
We're talking about mounting penises, and you're like, I'm going to talk about my children.
Yeah. I got to get my daughter one of those
The older
jackets.
ones, not the young ones.
Oh. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, I guess shy is an attractive
Wow.
quality to some women.
Is it? Do you find shyness attractive, or do you need guys to be aggressive?
I mean, I find shyness to be cute and adorable, but I mean, for a guy that I really want to like be with, I want them to be like straightforward.
So like Joe's the type of
dominant.
guy that you'd be like, oh, he's so cute, and then some aggressive guy comes over and just takes you right away from him.
How about
Probably.
guys? How
Yeah, I
about guys
see.
who just like take their shirt off?
If a guy
I mean, it depends on what they look like underneath.
if he was confident enough to do it like right in this studio, if we chanted his name.
No, that's not gonna happen again.
Why not?
Why?
How about if you wore a hat like Vic Morrow?
Well, okay.
When you masturbated in the library, was it just because you got horny, or you knew it was going
You
to
asking me
create
or her?
something?
I didn't know I was going to create something, but it was only like my second day of webcamming, and they told me I'd make more money and have more viewers if I went someplace public. So I literally just packed up and went to the library. And
How did people know it was that library? Did someone recognize the books?
yeah, I think it was like one of the frat guys, I guess, found it and posted it.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to see the video? Is that what you were?
No.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just like, because if
rather
if
salty.
you've ever been to a library, you probably haven't. There's there's just stacks of books. It
that
looks
it?
very similar to any library.
Joe, are you trying to imply that I'm not a well-read man?
Oh, Mr. UFC, people are fighting each other in octagons. That's so smart.
Whoa, you're just going after everybody tonight.
Hey,
Maggie's
Just
in the
firing
matter?
shots
a lot
everywhere.
of lot of machismo this way.
All right, you didn't
All
have
right.
breakfast. Calm down.
No, I didn't have breakfast. I'm a little ornery.
Do you get, at any point, do you get aggressive? Like Kendra was just talking about, women sometimes like a guy who's aggressive,
Yeah.
not just kind of cute.
Well, I can be
Your
pretty.
cuteness is off the, it's off
Yeah.
the charts.
I can be pretty tough if you get on my bad side.
I saw Mackie once nearly fight a guy at the Playwright Tavern.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, you
A
remember
guy
that?
I had no interaction with spilled a beer on me when I was walking down the steps. Then he ran after me, so I pushed him and then I locked the door.
There's a door that locks on the side of him. Mackie just threw him, locks the door, and the guy couldn't get back in.
Is that kind of
Yes.
sexy, Kendra?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, it was pretty. I looked
Fucking
pretty.
hot.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Scaring
Why'd the
hot.
guy spill a beer on you?
He was
I don't know.
drunk.
He spilled it or just accidentally
You
knocked
know how
into it?
there's 2 floors to that bar, and I was walking down the steps, and he just. And then he got crazy, ran down the stairs. I had no interaction with
Did
him.
he see your set or
Well,
something?
maybe he just gets really angry when a guy's really funny and talented, Rich.
Yeah.
So
Could be.
maybe
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Now
Could
to
be.
get to your mean side, how long does that take?
Huh? Oh, I mean, like say there's like 2 guys trying to mug an old lady. I'll tap a keg of whoop ass on them.
Whoa!
On her, you
I'm
mean
like-
you'll help them? The 3 of you beating the old bag.
No.
That's not what I was
Give me
saying.
your money, you old bag!
I don't steal from old people.
But you will. You'll tap that keg of whoop ass
I'll
at
beat
a
up-
moment's notice.
I'll beat up those criminals.
That's right.
I don't care if they call me a felon. I'm still voting.
What the fuck are you talking
You
about?
can't vote if you're a felon.
No, I know. Were you worried about that,
We
Kendra?
got the
get
joke.
it.
It's just
Was that your first arrest?
I mean, technically,
The library, right? They arrested you for-
technically, I didn't get arrested, like handcuffed and put in the back of a police car. So that was my first time doing that and being in jail.
Huh.
Very
So they
first time.
did cuff you, right?
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable.
Were you crying?
Yeah.
Like, when did you realize, like, oh no, I'm not getting on this plane?
When I was like, what happens if I miss my flight? And the guy was like, oh, what time's your flight? And he's like, oh, yeah, you're definitely missing it. But then it was like, as soon as they saw everything that I had, they're like, all right, you're getting arrested. And they're like, do you know why? And I was like, yeah. And then they were like, oh, we have to handcuff you and take you down. And I was like, can I just go? Like, I promise I'll just go on my own. Like, I don't want to be handcuffed and taken out of here. And they had to.
You had to know though that you, like, it wasn't. You were probably gonna be out soon. I mean, just a little bit of pot.
Well, yeah, but
A lot
I
of
was
bit
just
of pot.
like,
Oh,
I
that's
was
true.
just
A lot of
like,
bit of
I
pot.
got to South Central at 3 a.m. I got put in the cell, and I was just like, and then I guess they served breakfast at 4 a.m. So it was like I literally laid down, and then 2 seconds later, they're like, "Oh, turn the lights on for breakfast." And
What was for breakfast?
oh man, like some waffles or some.
Were they good?
I didn't eat.
4
I
a.m.
didn't
seems
eat
a little.
whatsoever in there. It was gross.
That seems a little early for prison breakfast.
Does
Yeah.
seem
I
Guys
don't know
have
why they're
early
trying
court
to get-
dates. They probably have
It's
early
just-
court times.
I don't know. It was just weird. It was like all there is to do in there is sleep.
Was
Any waffles?
Yeah, I guess.
Were
so.
you nervous to sleep though with all those other people in there?
No, they were chill. They were like really cool, but I was just like, I just was irritated because I just needed to call somebody. Like I was like, I have money, I just need to use the phone, and they wouldn't let me do it for like 12 hours.
And then
Wow.
you have to
You're
call
allowed to
somebody.
make a phone call.
Well, because it was just 3 a.m. and they're like, oh, you can after lunch, and then after lunch it was like you can in an hour, and then when I finally got to use the phone, then it was like everyone figured out where I was and was trying to get me out.
Oh, you were alone.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. If you're traveling by
12
yourself and you
hours.
just have to sit there for 12 hours, that means you never get on your flight. But you don't have your phone, so you're not
I was
texting
like,
anybody.
I was like, I wonder if my friends are like, oh, I wonder where Kendra is, or if they just don't freaking notice. And my friend, I was like, I literally had my location on with you for things like this. Like, she couldn't figure out where I was, and she didn't think to check my location. So if I ever get kidnapped, I'm like so screwed. I'm gonna die. My friends are
Was
not.
TMZ there when you were getting arrested?
The what?
Was TMZ there? At the
No,
airport?
no.
All right.
Thankfully,
So were you worried if you became a felon, you wouldn't be able to vote?
no. I was more so worried about not being able to fly with weed anymore.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Will
tough.
they arrest you for a vape pen though?
Well, if it's a vape
No.
pen and also edibles and also
No, the other stuff I
canisters
know,
and
but I mean,
also-
if it's like
yeah, weed.
just edibles and a pen, will
How
they
about-
arrest
how
you?
about
No,
oil?
no. I flown with like literally it was only the containers of weed. I didn't know I had these big containers in there.
But the oil's okay to travel with?
Everything else was fine. Like I've
Interesting.
traveled with all of those things before in my purse, like joints and everything. It's fine. It was just the containers. I didn't know they were in there.
Yeah, better off just buying it when you arrive. There's got to be a place to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
What type of container was it? Like Country Crock, or was it like a small film? I don't
No,
know.
you
I don't,
obviously don't smoke because
Oh.
it's a weed container. I don't know what to
Hams.
tell you. It's like a little.
Oh, I didn't know there was like a specific
You
one.
know,
Really making you feel like an outsider, huh?
Wow, it's like one of those anti-drug commercials from the 80s where they're like, not a chicken, you're a turkey.
That's right. Just thinking of those Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh
coming to
God,
help
was that
you.
the commercial?
Yeah, it was always like the kid who didn't do drugs got the upper hand with his witty comeback. And it was never that witty.
Never.
Yeah, that's the one where it's like, what are you, chicken? And then he goes, I'm not a chicken, you're a turkey.
Yeah.
And then the drug dealer's like, oh,
I
fuck.
can't. He couldn't recover from that.
No.
And
And then
they used to have the one where the kid like ate his hand, or like it seemed like a good idea at the time. Remember that?
Ate his hand?
He just had his hand in his mouth. He couldn't get his hand out of his mouth.
that's when the Ninja Turtles come up and they go, drug dealers are dorks, don't even talk to them.
Yeah, Michelangelo loves to party and pizza.
Now, Michelangelo, he's eating all those pizza slices in a month.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
That's good for turtles, though.
Who's the painter?
Oh,
I don't think I've ever hated anybody more
Then Rich?
When?
than I do right now.
Wow. Wow. Now, Kendra, when you're looking for guys to date or hang out with or whatever, if you find out a guy doesn't smoke at all, is that like, we're not going to get along, or is that fine?
It's not a deal breaker, but it's just like, just kind of awkward because then I feel like I'm just like irritating them with my smell of like weed. And, I kind of just look for a guy that I can smoke with. Like, that's always a plus.
That's a shame. So that's 2 strikes, Joe.
Sam smokes a lot of
Sorry.
drugs. You loves drugs, this guy.
Do you like drugs, Sam Morrell?
I don't really smoke much. I smoke a little CBD for my back, but I have back problems. But
What's
no, I
CBD?
like drinking. It's that stuff.
The cannabis.
It's part of the plant that doesn't have like a lot of psychological effect on you. It's mostly just for pain, and
Yeah.
like a lot of people just take CBD tincture, like CBD edibles or anything just for pain.
I smoke it when I'm with Joe usually.
Does it get you high?
painful.
No, it doesn't
Not
get you high.
really.
Maybe
really.
it hurts Sam to be
relax.
around
It's just
someone
like
so
your
much
body.
more funny than
It's
he
a body
is.
high kind of.
No, I like alcohol more. I'm not really a big smoker.
Do you like to drink, Kendra?
No,
Oh,
I'm like the opposite.
I see.
My mom and my sister, like my mom can outdrink me. Like that's how much I don't like to drink.
Was your mom an alcoholic?
No. Not
Jumped quickly.
necessarily.
Well, she said my mom can. I know my mom can.
Right.
No, she could just drink.
Where'd you grow up?
Salem, Oregon.
Oh.
Are your parents still there?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's where Colby's from. That's where Chael's from. They're all
Capital.
Oregon. It's a nice
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, but aren't you kind of a-
yeah. Not a lot of people know that.
Salem's the capital. That's where they would vote on the laws if you're not a felon. You pick the people who
He
work
knows
there.
so much about voting.
He does.
So intrigued.
He's
Do you
actually
like-
voting for that guy. Who's that guy in West Virginia?
Oh, we'll talk about him tomorrow.
Who
Yeah.
wants incest to be legal?
Right, the pedophile. Do you get turned on by guys who are kind of their expertise is local government?
Totally.
You like that? Okay,
Totally.
all right, Joe,
It's
you're
one of
back
my
in the hunt.
hidden likes.
Well, I was trying to help Sam out, but he blew it. All you had to say was you like drugs.
I love drugs. I smoke lots of drugs.
Screw.
Sounds so
Sam,
organic when you say
I think
that.
you'd be a nice couple with Sam. You're both,
Oh, yeah.
huh?
Thank you, Rich.
No,
Rich is
yeah, you kidding me?
trying to wing me here.
Sam
Yes.
is funny. He's single.
Yes.
Rich is again coming off like an old lady.
That is,
I don't care. I would love to see her and Sam go on a date. I would love it. There would be nothing
I was
better.
thinking the same thing.
That's nice.
Not Sam though. Me.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Rich to pinch my cheeks.
No, I'm serious. Because how long you in town for?
I leave Sunday.
All right, what the fuck? What are you doing tonight? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't know.
He's been on TV so many times. He's funny.
He did Access TV Live.
I've jacked off in lots of libraries.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For sure then.
So you guys have a lot in common. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
all
close
there.
the deal, baby.
Yeah. That's just like, what was that?
My gum.
It's what he used to do with a cigarette. Now he does it with Nicorette gum. He's fucking old.
Why did you take your gum out like that?
That was his timing. Hey, baby. That's right. It's a fucking Telly Savalas. This fucking idiot.
We got a video sent to us that Kendra might be able to shed some expertise on.
Oh no.
Yes, it's. Do you know of extreme smothering?
No.
Extreme
I
smothering.
feel like I can guess what it is.
Yeah.
Is this my mom on the phone?
I cannot guess what it is.
You know, Ken doesn't have headphones though. Will she be able to hear it?
The sound isn't too important. You'll be able. I think you'll be able to pick up on it.
Oh yeah, this is exactly what I
Right.
thought.
So this
my
is actually Joe Mackey
This
sent
looks
me
like a
this
scene
from
at a
his
road trip.
Hey.
I hope she goes down soft.
Joe Mackey sent me this from his cell phone.
I did not. That's
from
not
his-
true.
This is
That's
actually
him.
Joe is tied to the bed.
I am not in this video. You can.
This is like a cheap motel.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, he stole the blanket from the motel. That's his bedroom.
Sam
Oh.
Roberts is a dirty liar.
Okay, this is and there's a guy on his
Lay
back
it.
tied
Joe.
with his head on a pillow.
We'll call him Joe.
Joe.
There's some foreshadowing in this opening shot.
Yeah, and there's a large lady.
I feel like I know how this one ends.
Yeah.
Right. So the
Yeah.
guy,
Sure, with a hearse.
we see some big thick thighs.
Yeah.
Right
Big
over his
lives.
chest, and his head is on the pillow, and his arms are tied almost like a crucifix
Yep.
on the bed.
We know it's not Norton because there's no poop coming down.
What are you
The
cleaning
way
it
you
up in case
said
we do
that.
this segment on the Tonight Show? Fucking asshole.
Kathleen Bates.
And Fallon likes it when you're clean.
He called it.
All right, let's take a look.
Oh no.
See there?
Wow.
She went down
She literally
hard.
jumped.
How does that not break his neck?
I don't
So
know.
she
Unless
jumped-
she did a wrestling thing and stopped it with her legs.
He
Wasn't that
probably-
Yokozuna's
he
finisher?
loves it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was butt cheeks on the face.
I'll tell you that website domain name is misleading. World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah. So she
Wow.
jumped down.
I don't get that.
She jumped up on the air, landed on his face with her ass cheeks.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh,
Fucking
so
Yamanika's
hard.
getting so she gets so much TV now.
He's like, let me out.
What is he hooked up to? Is that
He's
like?
like,
He's tied.
Oh,
There's no safe word.
And she leaves it there. He can't say the safe word.
He's tapping.
He's
her
tapping her.
up, for sure.
And she just rubs her ass cheeks and ass crack on his face.
That
my
would make me so
God.
claustrophobic.
you know that's the room that the comic is staying in. It's right by the elevator.
That would make me so claustrophobic.
I
not being
fucking
a-
freak out.
I would
Yeah.
too. I've been smothered before for a second, like we go, like, all right. But to not be able to get the
I
person off,
can't- I
you
know.
tied, fuck that.
No, but I guess some people like that, like the danger and the like I can't breathe. That
There's
must
been
be a
people
turn.
who die during S&M sessions who get like tied up or they have fucking like saran wrap put on their bodies. And they like just like the fucking air hole put in their mouth, like for to breathe
That's
too.
crazy.
Oh,
Crazy.
that's fucking.
Yeah, don't people like some people like duct tape, like wrapped around them and stuff?
I hope so.
There's a lot of things.
I do
people
aluminum
like.
foil.
Aunt Voss.
He really has turned into an old woman for the last hour of the show.
Oh my god!
I mean, you know.
I love your jacket and tinfoil jokes. Put a little tinfoil on it.
Use the aluminum foil.
I'm going to buy one. I just don't know who to give it to.
And Kendra's
Yeah.
promoting Kendra Sunderland. She's promoting Sunderland. Sorry, she's promoting the her Fleshlight, and she's stunning. And the Fleshlight, it really
Yeah.
is a decent piece of sexual equipment.
Piece of equipment.
Yeah, I've actually was looking for mine not long. Hey, it helps
You
you.
gonna bring that one home?
No, I mean she's using it to promote, but I've used these
No, they're
before.
for you.
I want one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you gonna put your D in
Whoever
it?
wants it,
I
you know,
would,
don't
yeah.
all
You would.
jump up at once.
I would, yeah.
We're all trying to play
It's
it
just
cool.
my
It's just a
pussy.
problem
It's
walking
fine.
down the street with that.
Yeah, you should bring bags. You should
Yeah,
carry
you
bags.
gotta
with you.
own
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, Jim unfortunately does not give off that creepy vibe otherwise. So.
No, I know people
Yeah.
be shot. No, I got to go do the UFC podcast. I can't bring that into the fucking room.
I don't know.
No.
You'd open up Matt
Totally.
Serra to a whole new world.
It's just
so
a flashlight.
Does it take batteries?
No.
What?
It's
For
pretty
what?
old
For
I
what?
don't know
school, you
what
know.
the fuck mean to vibrate.
You
don't
gotta
vibrate
clean
it?
it out afterwards.
What?
Voss,
Just
it's not
gotta
a,
clean it out afterwards.
it's
That's
not a
it.
vibrator. You're supposed to fuck it.
I know,
fuck
but
it.
maybe it moves inside or something.
Yeah, you don't put it up your ass, dude.
Oh no, who wants it?
Do you ever have guys when you end up meeting guys? Do they have weird requests because you're in the industry, you're so sexually out there?
I mean, not a lot of people that I meet, but like it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I get some weird stuff.
What's a weird request that somebody would give you?
I mean, a lot of people like just, I don't know. I guess things with feet, like they want me to like spit in my shoes or like
That's weird. How
Yeah.
big are
To
your
do
feet?
what?
Size 9?
9.5.
You okay with that, Jim?
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, yeah.
You're gonna be thinking about those with that fleshlight?
I don't have a huge foot fetish, but I mean, I do like larger feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear 12s.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why that bothers me.
You know what that means?
Him and his giant Uggs.
Do you think so?
Fucking Ugg slippers.
No, there's Vias. Oh, I'm sorry, I kicked the microphone.
Straight
Big
in my
fucking
mouth.
feet.
I have big feet.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Kendra said?
What?
She said, "You know what that means."
I don't.
That you're a middle.
Clowns. No. I'm a headliner, Rich Voss.
Do you think Joe Mackey's got an impressive anatomy?
I think he
His
does.
dick. I think Joe. Here's Joe. I'm gonna guess Joe. His dick is 6 by 6.
He's like Mr.
Joe Mackey's
Potato
dick
Head
is the
with a
squared
nice cock.
circle.
Yeah, I think he's probably very girthy with a tapered small head.
Is that about right?
That's not how penises are designed.
No, I know, but it probably looks like a witch doctor attacked his dick. It's probably a fat little base, and the head is probably small.
Do you take it, Kendra? When I know Lainey over there is a big time pecker checker. She loves it.
She's a bulge. Look,
She loves looking at bulges.
crotch watch.
Crotch watcher. Do you make assumptions about people and their anatomies when you meet them or when you look at them? Like, have you kind of looked around the room and gauged who's working with what?
Yeah.
What do you think about Joe?
You can't go by voice.
I feel like it's kind of similar to what Jim said.
Okay, 6 by 6
Yeah.
and
Not
tapered.
6 by 6, but probably just like
His dick is like a
girthy.
zip disc.
Yeah, it's a Dick Tracy villain.
Probably like a good. I don't know. You don't want them super big. Like it's a common misconception. Bigger is not always better.
His dick looks
Right.
like Beetlejuice.
There's only so far you can go. So
Small head.
there's no point.
Small head.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
But
Rich hasn't seen a movie in 30 years. All his references are
So
like,
when he was sitting down there with a little head.
Yeah, bigger is not always better.
No.
have you guys all compared to see who's biggest?
We've rubbed
or
them
what?
against each other.
Oh really?
I've seen his many times.
Rich has shown me photos, even when I haven't asked. He's going like,
I don't
"Oh,
have
look
my
at these
photo
shoes."
anymore. I lost
Really?
it. Yes.
I'm
And then
sorry.
now I'm on Grindr. I have nothing to send.
I have a few. I always keep a few photos handy.
You do.
Yeah.
You don't use them much, though, do you?
It's just if I happen to bring it up and someone's like, "All right," I'm like, "All right, I'll send it to you."
Every now and then.
Yep.
I used to have
Okay.
good
I
photos. I
always
mean, you
ask
get a
for
great angle.
You ask for them?
For dick pics, yeah.
Wow.
Because if they're not confident, they won't send it. They'll be like, "Oh, I don't take those," or "I don't
Any
have
guy who
any on
doesn't
my
take
phone."
those is lying.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's like always lying. So
Do you
if they
send back a
it-
dirty picture for a dick picture?
Yeah, I'm always like the first one, and then I'll be like, "Okay, your turn," and then
Are you
it's
guys-
like it's not normalized. It's
I
like,
text. I take dick pics in the locker room.
maybe the picture was taken in a library and they don't want to get in trouble.
that's true.
Well, you really know how to close it out.
Well, on that note.